we're investing in consumption. The next set of consumers that come in are more conscious. They are more aware. They are asking questions about where is this product produced, what's the impact it has. So it was more driven off of a belief that, look, this is where the market is going to go. So therefore, if you can do it from the beginning, and I'll tell you, one of the starting points of this was Rebel got hit and in the market here with the idea that single-use plastic was no longer going to be allowed. Now, if they just thought about it themselves from the beginning and said single-use plastic is a bad idea, let's find a solution to it, they would have been ahead of the curve. Now, and with that same thought process, you say that everything is going to now be evaluated that way at some point, either by the government or by consumers. Either way, it's going to be an important aspect of how to think about it. So if you're already in a business that does that, you're okay for that. And there's no reason not to be. And again, if we're investing in how the next billion people are going to consume, why not do it in a way that is more thoughtful? Because you have the opportunity to do so. There's no need to say, I will dump the same stupid fast fashion product set into the market and hope that, you know, something better happens. Nothing better will happen. You just have more stuff going to landfills. So again, ESG breaks up into three parts. The environment and social sides. The environment side is a upfront parameter that we're looking at. It's a filtering mechanism whereby we'll say, look, we don't want to be in segments that are going to create a negative environmental impact if avoidable. If possible, we actually want to be in businesses that have a positive. So here again, Cityflo, Bombay Shirt Company do this in the very nature of their businesses and how they operate. We want to, the social side comes more out of how the company operates. We've now asked all our companies to evaluate themselves on the SDGs. And so based on that, we now look every quarter at how they are progressing against them. We report it in our quarterly reports, and we make sure that therefore we're actually able to quantify what impact that's having. And that, by the way, the companies really appreciate, because they see that also as a method of being able to market the impact that they're having when they want to go out and raise capital later. Governance, we've created a very specific framework for. So we've got a five-part structure around governance. We do an assessment of all of our companies. We give them a score. We sit down with them. They understand what their issues are. And then we work with them to improve them. That will be an ongoing exercise to make sure that they are evolving and improving as their stage matures on their governance aspects of their business. So ESG, again, is it's not a point in time. It's an ongoing exercise, and it has these different components to it. I think that we live too much in a world where we think about profit here and doing good here as two separate things. And so, for example, I'm on the board of Magic Bus, and at Magic Bus, the conversation is always about how do we deliver it without overheads? And you're always in an NGO worried about the fact that your overhead number can't be too big, because then donors won't want to give. And donors want to give to the end cause, not to building the organization. And our conversation at Magic Bus always, and Magic Bus now operates with a nearly $25 million annual budget. Now, if you're running an organization like that, you will have to invest in overheads. You have to invest in people. You have to invest in scaling that up. So, and we thankfully have had donors that have understood that and give to that. But that world is unwilling to think about it as I'm building an organization. And this world is unwilling to think about it as I need to think about the impact I'm making and allocate money against that problem. I think in general, those two need to change. You need to be willing to give NGOs the ability to invest in overheads to fix problems that invariably the companies are going to create or that they're not going to address. And similarly, we need to incentivize, which is happening, whether through incentives or penalties, companies to be able to make the right decision and see the financial benefit of it. So I think if those two things can be enabled a little bit more, I think we'll be in a healthier ecosystem.